Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome back to our podcast where we dive into the world of fascinating articles and topics. I'm Hari, and as always, I'm joined by the brilliant Leela.
Hey there, everyone. So excited to be here with you all today.
Today's episode is going to be a real treat because we'll be covering a wide range of intriguing articles that touch on everything from legal implications to distant exoplanets. We'll be delving into civil disputes turning criminal, the impact of the trade war on Indian imports, the possibility of signs of life on the distant exoplanet K2-18b, Nvidia's navigation through geopolitical pressures, challenges and opportunities in Indian museum revitalization, and the symbolism of Kubera in Indian art.
That's quite the lineup we have today, Hari. Get ready for a roller coaster of ideas, insights, and maybe a sprinkle of our usual banter.
Absolutely, Leela. Today's episode is going to be a longer one, allowing us to really sink our teeth into each of these thought-provoking topics. So, grab your favorite beverage, get cozy, and join us on this deep dive into some truly captivating subjects. Let's get started. Article 1. So Leela, the Chief Justice of India, recently raised concerns about the misuse of criminal law in civil disputes, particularly in Uttar Pradesh. It seems like civil matters are taking a detour into the criminal justice system.
Absolutely, Hari. This trend is quite concerning. People are resorting to criminal cases for issues like money recovery and contractual disagreements, which traditionally fall under civil law. It's like turning a disagreement over a contract into a full-blown criminal case.
It's interesting how the perception of civil law being slow and ineffective is pushing people towards criminal cases for quicker resolutions. The backlog of civil cases in Indian district courts is staggering, with over 1 crore cases pending, and a majority of them being over a year old.
That backlog is no joke, Hari. It's understandable why people might opt for the seemingly faster route of criminal cases. But the Supreme Court's caution against disguising civil matters as criminal offenses is a crucial reminder of the need to maintain the distinction between the two.
Absolutely, Leela. Holding complainants accountable for baseless criminal proceedings is a step in the right direction. The suggestion to use Section 250 CRPC more frequently to compensate innocent parties falsely accused in criminal cases seems like a practical solution to address this issue.
The implication of this trend is quite profound in today's world, Hari. With the rise of such cases, there's a real risk of burdening the criminal justice system with matters that should ideally be dealt with under civil law. It not only leads to inefficiencies, but also undermines the integrity of the legal system.
That's a valid point, Leela. The challenges associated with this trend are multifaceted. On one hand, there's the issue of individuals misusing the system for personal gain, and on the other, there's the risk of innocent parties being dragged into unnecessary criminal proceedings.
Finding the right balance between ensuring access to justice and preventing the misuse of legal mechanisms is key. Perhaps raising awareness about the implications of converting civil disputes into criminal cases and promoting alternative dispute resolution methods could help mitigate these challenges.
Looking ahead, Leela, it will be interesting to see how the legal system evolves to address this issue. There might be a shift towards more efficient civil dispute resolution mechanisms to discourage the misuse of criminal law. It's vital for the legal community to adapt to these changing dynamics to uphold the principles of justice.
Absolutely, Hari. The future outlook on this issue will likely involve a combination of legal reforms, increased accountability, and a focus on streamlining the justice system to ensure that civil disputes are resolved appropriately without unnecessarily burdening the criminal justice system. It's a complex issue that will require careful consideration and action moving forward.
Article 2. So, Leela, the impact of trade wars on Indian imports is really causing a stir in various sectors. It's fascinating how global policies can have such a direct effect on local industries.
Absolutely, Hari. It's like a ripple effect where decisions made miles away can be felt right in our backyard. Did you know that the textile sector in India has already raised concerns about potential dumping to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry?
That's quite concerning, Leela. The textile industry plays a significant role in India's economy, and any surge in imports could have serious consequences. I read that small industries, particularly textiles, are especially vulnerable to import surges due to challenges in organizing against dumping. It's a tough spot for them.
It really is, Hari. And it's not just textiles. Sectors like chemicals, steel, aluminum, and electronics are all at risk. With the imposition of safeguard duties and anti-dumping measures, it's clear that India is taking steps to protect its industries.
In today's world, where global trade is so interconnected, these issues are more relevant than ever. Take the recent trade tensions between the US and China, for example. The tariffs imposed by President Trump and the retaliatory measures have sent shockwaves through various markets.
Definitely, Hari. And with the ever-changing landscape of international trade, countries need to be vigilant about protecting their domestic industries. It's a delicate balance between promoting fair competition and safeguarding local businesses from unfair practices like dumping.
Speaking of challenges, Leela, there are debates around the effectiveness of safeguard duties and anti-dumping measures. Some argue that these actions could lead to trade wars and ultimately harm consumers with higher prices. Finding the right balance is key.
That's a valid point, Hari. It's crucial to weigh the short-term protection of industries against the long-term implications on trade relationships and consumer welfare. Perhaps exploring alternative solutions or incentives for domestic production could offer a more sustainable approach.
Looking ahead, Leela, it'll be interesting to see how countries navigate these complex trade dynamics. Innovations in technology and changes in global policies could reshape the landscape. The key will be adapting to these shifts while ensuring a fair and competitive market for all.
Absolutely, Hari. The future of trade relations is unpredictable, but one thing is certain. Awareness and proactive measures are essential for countries to navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. It's a dynamic space that requires constant evolution and adaptation.
Article 3. So, Leela, have you heard about the recent buzz surrounding the exoplanet K2-18b potentially showing signs of life?
Oh, absolutely, Hari. It's fascinating to think about the possibility of life beyond our solar system. K2-18b, located in the constellation Leo, is quite the intriguing discovery.
Definitely. Scientists are speculating that K2-18b might be a Hycean world, with the presence of compounds like dimethyl sulfide or dimethyl disulfide potentially indicating signs of life.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, isn't it? The fact that this distant exoplanet, 124 light-years away, might have the right conditions for life is mind-blowing.
The discovery was made using the James Webb Space Telescope, and the possibility of a liquid water ocean on K2-18b's surface adds to the excitement. But Leela, caution is advised here, considering past retractions of similar claims.
Right, Hari, it's crucial to remain skeptical until further analysis and observations are conducted to confirm the presence of actual biomarkers for life on K2-18b. We wouldn't want another false alarm.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of this discovery, Leela, imagine the impact of finding life beyond Earth on our society and understanding of the universe.
Absolutely, Hari. Discoveries like these spark scientific curiosity and drive innovation. They push us to explore further, inspiring future generations to delve deeper into the mysteries of space.
And think about the potential technological advancements that could arise from studying exoplanets like K2-18b. Who knows what new technologies or insights we might gain from such research?
It's exciting to consider the possibilities, but Hari, what about the challenges and controversies that come with such groundbreaking discoveries? How do we navigate those?
That's a great point, Leela. There are debates around interpreting data, potential biases, and the ethical implications of contacting alien life if it does exist. It's crucial to approach these discussions with open minds and a balanced perspective.
Absolutely, Hari. Finding a common ground between scientific exploration and ethical considerations is key. Perhaps establishing international protocols for such discoveries could help address some of these challenges.
Looking ahead, Leela, what do you think the future holds for exoplanet research and the search for life beyond Earth?
Well, Hari, with advancements in technology and space exploration, I believe we're on the brink of more exciting discoveries. Who knows, maybe in the near future, we'll have concrete evidence of extraterrestrial life.
It's a thrilling prospect, Leela. The continued study of exoplanets like K2-18b will undoubtedly shape our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Exciting times ahead. Article 4. So, Leela, the geopolitical landscape is really putting pressure on tech companies like Nvidia. Have you heard about the challenges they're facing with the US and China?
Absolutely, Hari. Nvidia is in a tough spot right now. They were catering to China's market with specialized chips, but now they're being pushed to restrict sales due to geopolitical tensions. It's a delicate dance they have to do.
It's fascinating how quickly things can shift in the tech world based on global politics. Nvidia's situation with China and the US is a prime example of that.
Definitely. Did you know that Nvidia's GPUs are being used by a Chinese company, DeepSeek, to develop advanced AI models? This has raised concerns and led to stricter licensing restrictions from the US government.
That's a significant development. It really highlights the dual-use nature of technology and the challenges companies face when their products are used in ways that raise national security concerns.
Absolutely, Hari, and it's not just about Nvidia. The implications of this situation extend to the entire semiconductor industry globally. The pressure from Washington with bipartisan support is a strong signal of how serious this issue is.
The future of Nvidia seems to hinge on how well they navigate these geopolitical pressures. Do you think they can pivot successfully back towards domestic and allied markets?
It's definitely going to be a tough road ahead for Nvidia. Losing market share in China could have significant consequences. They'll need to focus on innovation and strengthening relationships in other markets to stay competitive.
Moving on to the current relevance and applications of this topic, Leela, how do you see these geopolitical tensions impacting other tech companies and industries today?
It's not just Nvidia feeling the heat. Many tech companies are caught in the crossfire of US-China tensions. From supply chain disruptions to regulatory challenges, the tech industry is facing a complex web of issues that require careful navigation.
The recent news about trade restrictions and export controls further complicates things for tech companies. It's a reminder of how interconnected the global economy is and how one decision in one part of the world can have ripple effects across industries.
Absolutely, Hari. The challenges and controversies surrounding these geopolitical pressures are multifaceted. On one hand, there are valid national security concerns that need to be addressed. On the other hand, there's the risk of stifling innovation and hindering global cooperation.
Finding a balance between security and innovation is key here. Companies like Nvidia need to work closely with governments to ensure that they can operate effectively while also addressing legitimate security concerns.
It's a delicate tightrope walk for sure. But with careful planning, open communication, and a focus on collaboration, there might be ways to navigate these challenges successfully.
Looking ahead, Leela, what do you think the future holds for companies like Nvidia in this ever-evolving geopolitical landscape?
The future for Nvidia and similar companies will likely involve more strategic planning, diversification of markets, and a keen focus on innovation to stay ahead of the curve. Adapting to geopolitical shifts and finding ways to thrive amidst uncertainty will be key.
Absolutely, Leela. The tech industry is constantly evolving, and companies like Nvidia will need to stay agile and resilient to not only survive, but also thrive in the face of geopolitical challenges. It'll be interesting to see how they navigate these waters in the coming years. Article 5. So, Leela, the concept of revitalizing Indian museums is truly fascinating. It's like taking a step back in time to redefine how we perceive history and culture.
Absolutely, Hari. Did you know that museums in India have historically been seen as instruments of colonial control, shaping narratives according to the colonizers' perspectives?
That's an important point, Leela. But now, with the museum-building renaissance in India, there's a shift towards decolonization and more inclusive storytelling, challenging the traditional power dynamics in curation.
It's exciting to see how museums like MAP in Bengaluru and BDL in Mumbai are leading the way in reshaping narratives to be more responsive to diverse perspectives. They are truly creating spaces for a multiplicitous engagement with history and culture.
The emphasis on transparency, representation, and public engagement is crucial. It's not just about preserving artifacts, but also about actively involving the public in challenging narratives and demanding more inclusive representations.
Absolutely, Hari. In today's world, this topic holds immense relevance. With the growing emphasis on diversity and inclusion, museums play a critical role in shaping our understanding of the past and present.
Take, for example, recent controversies in museum curation globally, issues of repatriation of artifacts to their countries of origin, and debates around who gets to tell which stories have sparked important conversations about power and representation.
And let's not forget the impact of technology on museum experiences. Virtual tours and interactive exhibits are revolutionizing how people engage with history and culture, making it more accessible to a wider audience.
True, Leela. However, with these advancements come challenges. Balancing the need for authenticity with the demand for inclusivity can be a tightrope walk for museums. Navigating these complexities requires careful thought and planning.
Absolutely, Hari. Finding ways to address these challenges while staying true to the core mission of museums is crucial. Encouraging open dialogue, inviting diverse voices to the table, and embracing change are all essential steps in overcoming these hurdles.
Looking ahead, Leela, I believe the future of museum revitalization will be even more focused on community engagement and co-creation. It's about empowering the public to actively participate in shaping the narratives that represent their diverse histories and cultures.
Definitely, Hari. As museums continue to evolve, we can expect to see more innovative approaches to storytelling, immersive experiences, and perhaps even greater collaboration between institutions and communities. The future looks bright for Indian museums as they strive to be more inclusive and reflective of the society they serve.
Article 6. Leela, the symbolism behind Kubera's painting in the Constitution of India is truly fascinating. It's incredible how a piece of art can carry so much historical significance.
Absolutely, Hari. This painting by Beohar Ramanohar Sinha, created over 75 years ago, depicting Kubera fleeing from Lanka with only his seal, serves as a powerful symbol of refugees finding a home in India after partition. It's a poignant representation of the country's welcoming nature.
The article also delves into how the artwork reflects various facets of Indian history, from the influence of Western ideas to the representation of wealth through jewelry. It's a blend of cultural elements that tells a rich story.
Indeed, Hari. The themes of wealth, power, and refuge that Kubera's story embodies are timeless and universal. They speak to India's diverse cultural tapestry and its inclusive ethos towards those seeking refuge.
Moving on to the current relevance of this topic, it's interesting to see how the idea of refuge and cultural diversity is still pertinent today. With the ongoing global refugee crisis, the painting's message of finding solace in a new land resonates deeply.
Absolutely, Hari. The painting serves as a reminder of the importance of empathy and compassion towards those displaced from their homes. In a world where borders are increasingly becoming barriers, the message of inclusivity in Kubera's story is more crucial than ever.
When we consider the challenges and controversies surrounding this topic, one might argue about the complexities of integrating refugees into a new society. It's not always a smooth transition, and there can be cultural, social, and economic challenges to address.
That's true, Hari. While India has a history of welcoming refugees, the practicalities of providing them with opportunities and support can be daunting. Finding ways to ensure their successful integration while preserving their cultural identity is a delicate balance that requires thoughtful consideration.
Looking towards the future, it will be interesting to see how the concept of refuge and cultural diversity evolves globally. Will more countries adopt a welcoming stance towards refugees, inspired by India's example? How will art continue to shape and reflect these narratives?
It's a thought-provoking question, Hari. As societies become more interconnected, the need for understanding and acceptance across cultures will only grow. Perhaps through art and storytelling, we can continue to bridge divides and foster a more inclusive world.
Absolutely, Leela. The power of art to convey complex ideas and emotions is truly remarkable. And in the case of Kubera's painting, it not only captures a historical moment, but also serves as a timeless reminder of the human experience. Conclusion. As we wrap up today's episode, let's reflect on the diverse array of topics we delved into, from the complexities of civil disputes turning criminal to the impact of trade wars on Indian imports.
Absolutely, Hari. And let's not forget our interstellar journey to K218b and the fascinating discussions around Nvidia's tech prowess amidst geopolitical pressures.
And how could we overlook the rich tapestry of Indian art and culture, with insights into the symbolism of Kubera in the Refugee King?
So much to unpack and ponder, isn't it? To our listeners, we encourage you to continue exploring these topics, whether through further research or engaging in conversations with others.
Remember, understanding the nuances of these issues can lead to greater awareness and empathy in our interconnected world.
Thank you all for tuning in today. Your support means the world to us. And stay tuned for our upcoming episodes where we'll be diving into more thought-provoking subjects.
Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep listening. This is Hari.
And Leela signing off. Take care, everyone.